I'm telling you, we are about to get into it. Diddy's female victim has a live interview exposing kids attending his freak off parties with celebrities. Y'all, we are going to follow this. We are going to get right into it, y'all. Viewer discretion is advised, you guys. Some of these parts and some of these things may be a little rough, you guys, but y'all, we are going to get into it. Come in the building, smash the like button, and y'all, we are going to go ahead and get into it, you guys.
Sean Diddy Combs was arrested tonight in New York City. Sources say federal agents with Homeland Security investigations took him into custody. The
Hey, Miss Red. Hey, Michelle.
Two of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs' homes were raided today by Homeland Security.
Authorities say it's part of an ongoing
Uh-oh.
federal investigation.
Hey, Teresa, welcome. Welcome, everybody, y'all. This is going to be a great live, y'all. This is one of Diddy's, one of the females that went to one of the Diddy freak-offs. This is a live interview, y'all. Let's check it out.
Investigation.
The raids were connected to a federal trafficking case out of New York.
I seen Diddy. He rubs me on my shoulder. He asks me, how are you?
So y'all remember Tanae Wallace? Yes, we are following her. Y'all welcome in Michelle, Miss Red, Miss Teresa. Welcome in, y'all. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's listen to what she has to say.
You like in my house?
Hey,
and
Phyllis.
It kind of like startled me a little bit. I started to see unusual things. You know, people skinny dipping in the pool. P. Diddy running around like a crazy animal. But then I get something different from Diddy. When he comes to me and he's rubbing on me and he's asking about do I like his house, I'm feeling like a dark energy, like in his eye. Like he's trying to, with his power, like, how are you liking my house? Like anything you want, let me know. Like, and then he tells me, go in the house. I look over and I see some little people. So I'm like, what's going on over there? They look dressed up.
Oh,
How old did
she said she sees some little people, y'all. Remember? She said she been saying that she seen little people, you guys. Y'all remember? This is why I say don't be shocked, don't be surprised if the feds have the little people, the minor on the indictment. Once the court, starts to the Diddy's court trial starts, don't be surprised, you guys, if them little minors are on there. But y'all, let's continue.
they look, in your opinion?
Elementary.
That
Wow.
is so disturbing.
Like 9, 10, whatever.
Whoa, wait a minute. Did she say 9 or 10? Y'all, I'm telling you, if this girl has not already spoke to the feds, y'all, I'm telling you, it's going to be a crazy day in court. I'm telling you, it's going to be a crazy day in court if she is already, got her little situation dealing with the feds, and if she is going to be a witness and is going to speak on the behalf of what she's seen as far as these little elementary kids, the minors, the children, y'all, it's going to be crazy. Y'all, let's continue.
The faces is what got me.
Wow.
As a paranormal investigator, my job isn't just about ghosts. It's also about facing real physical dangers. Exploring abandoned buildings and haunted houses means dealing with potential hazards like collapsing structures, wet and slippery floors, rusty nails in the walls, and so much more. One wrong step in one of the buildings that we film in could lead to serious injury, and I've seen how quickly things can go wrong in these environments. I can remember one time when I was investigating inside of a haunted warehouse. A shelf collapsed, a heavy box fell down on top of me and knocked me to the ground. It was a close call. Luckily, I wasn't hurt, but it could have been so much worse. That experience made me realize how important it is to have protection in case something like that happens again, especially when injuries can have lasting impacts. In today's world with so many risks, it's important to have a partner like Morgan & Morgan, who can...
Now, you guys, tell me, do you guys think that this girl is telling the truth? Y'all, welcome in the building. Smash the like button. Welcome in. Do y'all think that this girl is telling the truth with what's going on, what she's seen? I mean, she sounds like she's, pretty, convincing. But, I mean, I don't know. I can't say, if she's telling the truth or not. But what it sounds like she went to one of them freak-offs, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that she went to the freak-off. It sounds like she went there. She's very descriptive. But it sounds like she did. I don't know. But y'all, let's continue because this is a live interview, you guys.
Back to the video.
First of all, my name is Tania. I am a singer. And I came across P. Diddy and his freak offs. We could just get straight into it.
Hey,
I being
Tammy.
in Miami with a prince. And originally, I
Hey,
met
my
the
baby
prince
Jamil.
in California.
Hey,
but
John.
then, of course, he flew me out to Miami, saying that since I was an artist, I can rub elbows with producers. I had no idea who I was gonna meet. I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, okay, let's go for 2 weeks. The 2 weeks was during a festival called Ultra Music Week, and the prince figured. And
Welcome in, Peaches, Cheryl, John, my baby Jamil Peterson. Welcome in. My baby Jamil says surviving Diddy Glover. Yes, y'all, we are surviving Diddy Glover. We are surviving Tanae, y'all. This is a live interview, and what she is wanting to explain about her experience at the Diddy Freak Off. Y'all, she's talking about them children, the elementary kids, the minors, y'all. Let's see what else she has to say.
just by the way, the prince was so attracted to me, he said, but he said he didn't want anything to be sexual. He wanted to respect me for my talent. And, it's always good for people to be like attracted to you because then they'll do more, or that they like something about you. So like they take interest in you. And so I was just honored, like, okay, he's Saudi Arabian, da da da. I didn't know if he was actually a prince, but then when we got out to Miami, I just seen all the royalty. I seen people bowing down to him, and I just was like he's really a prince. Like, this is crazy. And we were doing a lot. So basically, I just was trusting him. Okay, so that's why I didn't ask any questions. I didn't know what to expect. As we got there to Miami, we're in a $30 million house. It started with me being there and another girl, just with 2 girls at first. So this $30 million house had about, I say about 10 rooms in there. I had my own room.
Wait, okay, she went to a mansion that had 10 rooms. Was this Diddy's mansion? I wonder. Y'all, let's continue and see what she has to say.
Asian girl didn't have her own room. She was in there with the prince, but she was already there when I got there with the prince. So when I met him in California, he tried to fly me out that day, but I gave him like a 24-hour grace period. Like, wait, I don't even know you. And he flew out that night. So the next day he FaceTimed me and showed me, like, you see where I'm at? So then we got my ticket that day. So I guess, he probably came with the Asian girl already, or I don't know how that happened. She was like his assistant. She wasn't an artist. She wasn't nothing like that. So she stayed in the room with him. I wasn't.
Wait, was she an assistant or was she like a recruiter? Now that kind of sounds suspicious, but y'all, let's listen.
In their business, but I kind of, seen that it was kind of like a little fling going on. I wasn't worried because remember, I'm the artist. So I've always been told never make business with pleasure. If you want somebody to take you seriously, don't have sex with them. So I just was like, I'm not going to do nothing with the prince. Whoever I meet, I'm going to keep the business. So that was my whole mindset throughout the whole thing. And I'm just saying that because by the time I got to the freak off, I was already like cautious, like this is a setup. Because if I want anybody to take me seriously, I can't do anything. So long story short, I'm there for about a week. We're picking up girls night after night. We're going to Club Lid. We're going to sushi bars. We're going to different restaurants. We're going shopping. We're going to Neiman Marcus.
Now, wait a minute. Now, she's talking about she's going to Neiman Marcus. They're going out to restaurants. They're doing this and doing that. Y'all, this is like a grooming grooming behavior to me. To going out to restaurants, going to Neiman Marcus, going shopping. Are they doing this because they are about to put them girls on the streets? I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me. My baby Jamil says a freak off prince. Yes, Phyllis says she seems to have a lot of details. Yes, she does. And that's why I'm like, is this real or is she perpetrating a fraud? Because y'all know we had a lot of ones perpetrating a fraud, right? Tammy says he took her shopping. He took her shopping. Like, did he just try to take 50 Cent shopping? Oh my God, Tammy, that is hilarious. Y'all smash the like button. Let's continue to listen because this is a live reaction to her experience at the Diddy freak off party.
He's whining and dining me, not giving me any physical money, but he's swiping this American Express black card. So I'm just being nosy. He flew his cousins out there. We're riding around in a Maserati truck. We had like Uber service, and then we had car service. So it was Uber, but he was like, we have the car service. Da, 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 da. Right. So I was honored. I started to see familiar faces. People that I've seen on TV before, and I'm like, okay, this is crazy. I'm like, he must really be like a respectful. I mean, I don't know no princess, so I'm like, he's the reveal. I was wondering, like, when were we gonna go to the studio, or when were we gonna do something musically inclined?
Oh, baby. Oh, hold up, y'all. Baby, you not going to the studio. That studio was just a whole, a little, a gimmick to get you there. They wanted to take you out to a whole nother country. They wanted to pimp you out. They were just trying to, like, wine and dine you, take you shopping, like Tammy said, and do all these beautiful things before they put you to work and put you out on the streets. Because this was a clapping cheeks, a whole setup situation. I mean, Stevie Wonder could have seen that, but y'all, let's continue because this is a live reaction.
Are you going to introduce me to somebody? Because at this point, I'm just like, okay, enough is enough. We're going shopping. We're not doing nothing. And I'm really kind of getting mad because I'm like, we just keep on picking up more and more girls. And just as a girl myself, I don't want too many girls around.
Okay, now she said that they were rounding up girls. They were picking up girls along the way. That sounds like a whole Merry Christmas paddy wagon roundup ready for y'all to hit the streets of wherever they were gonna put y'all so y'all can get y'all's cheeks clapped and they can make money. That's what this was. Hey, D-Dot, welcome in. Muhammad, welcome. Y'all, let's continue listening. This is a live reaction to Tanea.
Then, are you going to do what you say you were going to do for me? Like, I don't want the promises to start to change. So, when a week go by, where are we going to have in? And then, mind you, I'm like, so you said we were only staying for 2 weeks, right? So, what are we going to do in the next few days before I go home? Don't worry about it.
Oh no, don't worry about it, baby. We got a block for you. We gonna put you on Miami Boulevard. We gonna put you on Miami Boulevard. Right here, it says right here, at this point, Tanae had been staying with the prince in Florida for 2 weeks. It says at no point did he fulfill any promises that he made to her regarding recording or producing music. We know this was a whole setup. Hey, Lord, salute, welcome. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is a whole setup. But y'all, let's listen. Let's see what she got to say. It's spinning.
So 2 weeks came. I'm over it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home. So as I said I'm ready to go home, he's like, oh no, I got somebody very important, very special. I want to introduce you to. It's a producer. So I'm thinking in my mind, the time that it was around. I was trying to think who was a popping producer at that time. The last thing I would have thought was P. Diddy.
Oh, snap.
Not like that, but because he's
the baby oil booty bandit. Oh, snap, crackle pop. This is who he wanted to introduce her to. He wanted to go and make some money, off of Tanae. But the prince was going to get a cut. And we already know Diddy was going to get a cut. Y'all, he was about to put her on the streets and have her to start spinning the block and hitting them corners. Hey, Tigra, welcome. Yes, this is real. This is a reaction. This is live right now, you guys. Let's continue listening to what she has to say.
Kind of old school. He wasn't really trending at that time. So I'm like, oh, DJ Khaled? Like, because I'm thinking like, okay, he's a prince, so maybe DJ Khaled is like, no. He's like, no, we're going to Club Live. Because we went to Club Live a few times, but this time, because that's like one of the popping clubs. And so this time he was like, I want you to pick somebody tonight. Usually when the girls come back with us, I don't do the picking. He does the picking, or his cousin Saji does it. Or he invited his nephew that I called Drake because they look like little Drakes. And I was like, oh, okay, Drake and them is coming with us tonight. And, that was just like a little insider. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. That was another thing, too. Like, his nephews were kind of like little finessers. Like, he would use his nephews to be like the young, attractive men that would attract girls like me. Maybe to pick girls out for Diddy or whoever, right? I picked someone. And I'm like, what do you want me to pick her for? He's like, because we're going to P. Diddy's house.
Wow.
And I'm thinking like, this is it. Like,
Wow. So she was told to pick a girl so they can go to P. Diddy's house. Y'all, this story is already crazy. I mean, it would already give me the creeps if I was in her situation. Y'all, smash the like button, y'all. We need to get them likes up, y'all, because this story is crazy and it's live as we speak. Y'all, smash the like button. I'm trying to figure out, was Tanae with the smoke? I'm trying to figure out. I'm wondering. I'm wondering. Tammy says we better get the garlic just in case. Peaches, I know, right? We may have to get the garlic, y'all. Hey, bros, welcome in. Y'all, let's continue. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Let's work on the like button, y'all. Smash the like button.
like, oh my God, I'm about to get signed tonight. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's. Okay, so it says after 2 weeks of being in Miami in a new strange environment, Tanea was then transported to P. Diddy's house to attend a party. It says she had no idea what she was getting into. But y'all, when she got there, y'all, she was ear hustling and eye hustling. I mean, y'all, let's listen and see what she has to say.
So we go from Club Live. It ends at like 4, and then at 6 o'clock we go to PD's house in the morning. So I never been to like an after party that early to where it just started that time. Usually when you go to an after party, it's about to be over around that time because people been partying all night. No, this shit just got started. And then it was 6, and then the sun started to come up. Next thing you know, I just see. So we get there. We drive there. We hit security. Security doesn't take our phone, but they put our phones in some bubble cases. So that means that we can't get to our phone. So I'm like, I've heard a lot about this type of stuff. Like you go to these parties.
Oh snap, y'all! Did Diddy say this private? This party is private. Diddy said this party is private. Y'all lock up the phones, put them up. We don't need nobody recording nothing. We don't need the FBI, the CIA, the Element of P to know nothing that's going on over here behind these mansion walls. Y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up, y'all.
Parties and they don't let you use your phone.
You know why Puff's parties are so cool, man? Because you can't get into the party. It doesn't matter what the is going on in the party. Nothing cool is going on in the party. It's a party. But you can't, for some fucking reason, at his party, you can't get into his party.
Wow.
So now what do you want to do? Get into that man's party and see what the fuck all the hubbub's about.
Yeah. They like, don't worry, we have a Team Love, you know, that's his little slogan, his brand or whatever. It's Team Love photo booth. If you need to take any pictures, take pictures there. I'm not knowing what's about to transpire. I walk in there.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
so happy, and I'm just like kind of nervous, but then what's making me even more nervous is the music and the naked people walking around. So I'm like, the music is going fast, so I'm like feeling like a rush. I don't know if it's a good thing, I don't know if it's a bad thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited but nervous at the same time. That was my intuition telling me some shit was about to go down, or it was like some crazy shit going on. Long story short, I started to see unusual things. You know, people skinny dipping in the pool, P. Diddy running around like a crazy animal.
Oh, y'all, she started to see as soon as she walked in there. Y'all, she started to see like some crazy stuff. P. Diddy running around like a crazy animal. Y'all, was he swinging from the little pool white things that we seen on the TV? I mean, was he jumping from the lawn furniture? Was he doing backflips into the swimming pool? I mean, y'all, it seems like he was doing a lot, y'all. The most on the coast. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Let's continue to listen.
I seen like a lot of, you know, bisexual, this type of people, trans, just different types of people. And I love everyone. You know, I've been in the industry, so like I don't discriminate on nobody. I love a lot of gays. I love anybody who is happy, anybody who is positive. But when it starts to get kind of crazy, I feel like I don't want to attach myself to that type of stuff.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
Wow.
That's so unfortunate. You gotta pull back though, so they can see. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
You're still alive. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at the drink on his head. And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco.
Oh my. Y'all, did he just not tell on himself? Did he just not tell on himself? Do y'all see that guy passed out on the couch? And Diddy is wondering why he's in the MDC. Y'all, I'm telling you, let's continue to listen because this is live. Let's continue.
DJs aren't supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
Wow.
I put him to sleep. You put the drink on his head.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Damn.
I seen Diddy. He rubs me on my shoulder. He asks me, how are you liking my house? And he kind of like startled me a little bit. So mind you, this feeling I was feeling, I'm not sure if it was because I'm thinking I'm going to have to maybe sing or get signed or this is my opportunity. You know, you hear these in the industry. You've been singing for so long and you hear these stories like when you get your big break, you're going to go through all this bull crap and then one night is just going to change your life. So it's like you're going to be a nobody at one moment and the next moment you just may be a superstar tomorrow. It's like an overnight celebrity type of thing. So that's just what I'm thinking of. But then I get something different from Diddy. When he comes to me and he's rubbing on me and he's asking about, do I like his house?
Oh, hold up, swole up, hold up. That's a whole violation. That's a violation. If I would have ever go to a party and somebody is rubbing up on me, y'all, I'm telling you, they would have get 24 pieces and 3 biscuits to go. I'm just saying, nobody is going to, I'm not going to allow nobody to disrespect me, to be rubbing all on my chest, rubbing all on my badunkadunk, on my legs. Oh, absolutely not, y'all. I'm telling you, it would have been a rumble in the Bronx if that were to happen to me at that party, y'all. I'm telling you, I would have turned the whole party. Everybody would have to go home. But y'all, let's continue.
I'm feeling like a dark energy, like in his eye. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why is it?
Yes, D-Dot said, hold up. Yes, hold up. Wait a minute. We is not playing them type of games. Ain't nobody about to be rubbing me nowhere on my body, not even on my feet. I'm sorry. Y'all, let's continue.
Giving scared, like he's trying to, with his power, like, how are you liking my house? Like anything you want, let me know. Like, and then he tells me, go in the house. So after a while, he's watching me with the prince. Everybody is just watching me. And all of these things, and I'm just feeling like, okay. So then he tells me, like, did you go in my house yet? And I'm like, no. So I was with somebody, and I forgot.
Oh, y'all, he was trying to get her in there. He was like, ooh, this freak off mermaid. Oh, she is ready. She is ready to go and party and probably get them cheeks clapped. Was she looking like she was, ready to get them cheeks clapped, being all inquisitive, looking around and stuff like that, letting them rub up all on her, but donk-a-donk, probably rubbing in her hair and everything. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, absolutely not. I'm telling you, it would have been, that party would have been OVER in a hot New York minute. But y'all, let's continue.
Part, because I wasn't trying to drag the story all out, but because I know people want to get to the meat. When I came in with one of the girls, it was other girls that came with us, but the ones that I picked, of course, I picked her from the club, so she's my friend. She was on my shoulder. When I walked through, as soon as I came through with my phone covered up, I'm hearing the music. I seen one of P. Diddy's sons. He goes, hey, you, come here. I'm like, who, me, who, her? He's like, you, and only you. He gave me some rolled terry cloth white shoes, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with these? He like, this is how you're going to get in the house. So fast forward.
Oh, she done made the cutoff, y'all. She done made the white slipper cutoff. They gave her some slippers and said, these are the key to the city, the key to get into the house, to the freak off dungeon. He gave her the slippers and he was like, oh, you're a perfect candidate. Y'all, they were checking her out as soon as she got there. And y'all, she should have stopped it when you cut stuff off at the gate, that's when you know, they know that they can't play with you, right? If you're letting them rub on you and, oh, you're so pretty, your hair is cute, oh, you look so pretty, that's when they know that you are with the shenanigans, y'all. I'm just saying, but y'all, let's continue.
I'm just holding the shoes. So when PD came up to me, I'm thinking like, he's asking me like, you haven't went in the house yet? Like, you got the shoes. And I'm like, oh, these shoes. And I'm thinking because when he gave them to me, because my friend didn't have it, I wasn't worried about going in the house. Basically, when I went in the house, because he was pushing, and he was really like on me about going in his house.
They be singing, the ladies be nice. Hey, yo, everybody, make sure your breath is fresh. And make sure you lotioned up. You know what I'm saying? If you're smoking weed, get the Listerine shrimps. Please be respectful.
Oh, P. Diddy got his nerve after he's doing everything under the sun, talking about make sure you hit the Listerine. He said make sure you got some lotion on, use the Irish Spring. You need to wash them vajayjays, them eggplants. You need to wash in between the cracks. You need to hit them pits too. Y'all brush the teeth, clean out your ears. Y'all, Diddy is not playing. He was like, don't come lay up in my bed smelling funky. I don't want to smell no breath, no pits, no badonkadonk. He don't want to smell anything. But y'all, let's continue.
Ladies, if they don't want to dance, don't let them hold you back, because this whole thing's about. Put that Darnell Jones, come on. Get it.
I told my friend, I said, wait a minute.
Lord have mercy. What? Let's see. At this point, after being pressured by P. Diddy, right? It says Tanae entered the indoor heavily guarded freak off. Y'all, what did she stumble upon in the heavily guarded freak off? Let's continue and listen to see what she got to say. Y'all, smash the like button. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Let's get over 300 likes in the building, y'all.
So I go in. As soon as I go in, it's more shit going on in the house than outside.
Hold up, swole up. Everybody in the building, this is YouTube. We have to do reactions. We have to stop, play, and react, okay? Now, ain't nobody holding you here, but y'all, let's continue.
The outside was a crazy mess because of the music and the people. No, they were like, I called it like sardines in the house because everybody was up on each other. I could feel the moist and the sweat. As soon as I got in there, it was like a sweatshop. And it's a lot of things going on in different corners. It's a huddle over here, huddle over there. It's these type of people over here. You could just look to your left and you could see some. You look to your right, you could see something else going on. You look forward, it's another shit going on. I mean, I had to like watch my step. It's people running around screaming, having fun, I guess. But I'm like, I need to watch myself up in here. So what's going on? Mind you, it's people asking you want to drink, passing you stuff. You have
what y'all was those the house special, the P Diddy house special, the cocktails, the Tootsie specials, the Tootsie on the rocks, y'all. That was a concoction, the one that would probably make them pass out, right? Along with the baby oil, y'all. Let's continue. This is getting crazy.
Tris is walking around naked, asking me, do you want stuff? And I'm not really a drinker. The last thing I'm going to do, at that time I was smoking weed. I don't anymore, but that was it. So I was like, because if I'm going to be acting like this, I don't want to take a sip of nothing up in here. And I just think everybody's, they were.
Hey, Peaches. Hey, Michael Miller. Y'all welcome. Anthony, everybody, y'all welcome in. Y'all, I'm telling you, I would have been like, no, I don't want no drink. She already didn't, already kind of like failed the test in my mind, in my eyes, right? For one, I wouldn't let nobody be touching all up on me, okay? But maybe she just got past that. Now she's in the house, she's checking out the freak off. Now they're like passing out these concoction drinks, right? The house special. Y'all, let's continue.
We're like intoxicated, but nothing out of the norm yet. Until I look over it and I see some little people. So I'm like, what's going on over there? They look dressed up, I don't know if it's a video shoot going on or what, but I'm just like looking like, okay, little people. And,
oh, la, 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 la. Y'all, she said those were the little people. The little people that should be in elementary school, I believe. Y'all, I'm telling you, if this situation with the feds have in their bag, y'all know, the feds, they got the bag. They're not giving Diddy's lawyer any of the information. They're not giving Diddy's lawyer any of the TEA because they know, the feds know that Diddy's lawyer, he has diarrhea of the mouth. His elevator don't go all the way to the top. And y'all, he fell off the dump truck. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
Not midgets. So I'm just thinking like, okay, I know I'm not tripping. I don't know. So
wow.
I'm just like, whatever. I felt disgusted at this point because now I'm like, okay, this is some Hollywood shit and this must be some billionaire shit. So see, I'm not that up there. So
yes, you guys, Tony, facts. Facts. There's other people that said there was kids there. Didn't it just come out today that they had a party and the big people, LeBron, Beyonce, and a whole lot of other famous people were there, and they were talking about that on TMZ. That was like the hot smoking thing on the news today. Y'all, I'm telling you, the children was there. Y'all wait for it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to told y'all the children were there, and that is going to be the bag that pins the nail in the coffin for Diddy. Watch. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to told y'all. Let's continue.
Let me just head on out because I'm not trying to be in the middle of all of this. I need to figure out what the prince about to do with me because it just seemed weird. And I just walked out.
Tanae, hold on, baby. Hold up. Now, I know you a little bit street smart, right? We know you a little street smart, but when you start seeing certain signs, I mean, they're whining and dining you. You're like, why you been so nice to me? Why you taking me shopping? Why you let me go eat escargot and some all these filet mignon, right? You're going to be sitting there questioning yourself, why are they being so nice to me? And then why do I got to pick a girl? Where's all these girls coming from? Then I'm going over here to this party and then I see these little girls, little babies, elementary school minors, right? It is very suspicious. But y'all, let's continue.
Still have my friend out there waiting on me. So it's like I seen what I needed to see and I just was disgusted. Now, in this industry, we could see our favorite rappers doing bisexual things and we could feel like we still didn't see it. It could be right in front of our face and we still won't believe it. People could tell us, we can feel it and we still won't believe it. But what I seen, I'm like, this is some funny, weird, freaky shit. And at the end of the day, these people are some weird.
She said it was some funny, what she say, some freaky sugar honey iced tea going on. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Y'all, let's get at least 500 likes. Let's take a second. While this live is kind of catching up, y'all, hit the like button, y'all. Let's smash the like button. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Take like 1 minute. Let's get the likes up before we move on. Let's hit the like button, y'all. This situation is crazy with Tanae. Y'all, she's seen a lot. She was ear hustling. She was eye hustling. Now, some of the stuff I wouldn't have I'm telling you, I would not let get by me. I am just anal like that. Nobody about to put their hands on me. Don't even give me a handshake because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, right? I don't want you touching me because I don't know whose booty you touch, maybe where your fingers done been. You may have been digging somewhere where you shouldn't have been digging and you trying to touch me. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. No, we're not doing that. So you keep your hands to yourself. I ain't see no hand sanitizer out here. I ain't see no washing hand stations out here. I don't want you touching me. Keep them hands to yourself. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up.
I'm not with this, No. So I go outside. P. Diddy is outside on the couch with the prince. He's already just jacking off. Well, I don't know what I can say. And he's already just, feeling like, okay, she's been in there. She's seen, when people feel comfortable, you're on their playground, right? They like, so what do you think?
Yes, Teresa said exactly the lounge. We don't know where them hands. Yeah, we don't know where them hands been, baby. We don't know where them hands been. We don't know where the mouth has been. We don't know where nothing has been, right? Tigra says no condoms, Lord. No. Tigra, no, the whole Hollywood is on fire. They do not believe in condoms. I was about to contact the condom company to see if they needed condoms, but we know all the parties have stopped or maybe went in a little bit of a private area. But y'all, they don't believe in condoms. They don't believe in washing. A lot of them don't. You see, Diddy had to tell them, look, hit that Listerine bottle. Look, hit them under armpits. Hit the cracks of the butt in the front, right? You hit everything. The ears. The mouth, the pits, the butt, the donkey donk, the feet too, the legs too. Hit every spot because I don't want to smell nothing. Y'all, let's continue.
Basically, are you with this shit or what? And I'm like, I'm not trying to be like the weirdo. It's kind of like when somebody offers you something at a party and it's like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. You try to make it seem like I'm not going to do that today. You guys are not weird. You guys are. But, so I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I just was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then they're like, "Oh, are you going to Cuba with us?" So it's the girls, the
Oh, I don't care if you offend, if you know you feel offended by me telling you something. I mean, I don't care. Look, you think you're gonna touch me, and I ain't about to say nothing. No, I'm about to let you know exactly what is on my mind. You keep them hands to yourself. Don't come for me because I didn't send for you, right, y'all? Let's continue. Let's get the likes up. Smash the like button, y'all. This is a crazy story.
girls that's all on the Prince. The Prince is on the couch, Diddy is on the couch. And I'm like, where did this couch come from? Now I feel like I'm tripping because I'm like, I didn't see this couch before. Now I feel like they trying to run a play on me, like the Truman Show. Like, I started to get paranoid because the music, all this shit going on, what I just seen. I'm like, I just wanted to, I literally wanted to cry because I'm like, I'm always in some shit trying to be famous. Like, damn, like, I thought I was this close and then this, like, every single.
I mean, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Now, when you went to that party tonight, I do want to say this. When you went to that party and when you started to see the weird stuff, y'all, I'm telling you, I wouldn't care if I had to leave my suitcase as long as I had my purse, my ID, my debit cards and stuff like that. I would have escaped. I would have not even escaped because nobody holding me hostage, right? I would have called an Uber. I would have been like, I need to go back to the airport. Can you send me an Uber to be over here at 500 Miami Boulevard? I'm over here at P. Diddy's mansion. I need an Uber. Can y'all come and pick me up? Y'all, I would have got out of there quick. But she stayed. I don't know. She went to see what's happening. But y'all, let's continue.
I done had interviews, not interviews, but like meetings with certain Atlantic Records, Interscope, and Def Jam, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it, this is the one, and it won't be right, and it'll be some weird shit that'll happen at the last minute. So this is one of the weird things that happened at the last minute, and then when they sprung up Cuba on me, I'm like, nigga, I thought I was going home. I thought my 2 weeks is up. Like now Cuba, and then they know, and I don't know.
Wow.
So, too many surprises for me.
Y'all, she was about to go. They were about to wanted her to go to Cuba. I would have been like, who's going to Cuba? Do I even have a passport? I don't know if she got a passport or not, but do I even have a passport to be going out of the country? I was just supposed to be coming over here to sing. And there's already been too many left turns and ain't no right turns. Something is going on. But y'all, let's continue.
Next I end up dead. So no, I'm not gonna do it. And it was just like, I was like, oh, we're going to Cuba. And then D's like, yeah, are you coming to Cuba with us? You too? So it's just like, okay. After the fact of all this, I've heard some things about Cuba, that they don't even stamp your passport and that people get lost in the sauce out there. We hear these stories about Dubai. What about Cuba? What about the
Oh, wait, let me clear something up about Dubai. People are under this misconception about Dubai because I traveled to Dubai numerous of times. When you go over there, it's just like going to your grandma's house. Your grandma got rules, your mama got rules, right? You ain't gonna go to your grandma's house or your mama's house jumping off her couch, jumping off the counters, flipping off the refrigerator. When you go to somebody's house, anybody's house, you respect their house. You don't just be plopping on their couch, taking your feet and putting your shoes on putting your feet on the couch with the shoes. When you go to other countries, they are Dubai, the nicest people. I ain't never had a problem because when I go to other people's houses, other people's countries, I know how to act, right? I don't need to be loud. Sometimes these people be loud. Like I may be loud talking, but I don't go to their country talking loud, getting smart with them. That's when sugar honey iced tea will get real, right? They don't take that lightly or politely, especially in those Arabic countries. We already know that women are not supposed to be acting a certain way in those countries. Even in Saudi Arabia, a woman has to cover all the way, right? In Dubai, some of those women, they have to wear the abaya too, right? So when we go to their country, we have to respect their culture. But some people, they act like they can do whatever they want, wherever, right? And then when the consequences come, y'all, they be hollering and screaming, screaming for their mama, screaming for their daddy when they went over there disrespecting them people's countries. So y'all, I'm telling you, Dubai is a best vacation, one of the best vacations I ever had. And I will continue to keep on going back. But y'all, let's continue.
seen. Like, like I'm just a party goer at this point. They probably think I'm a sex worker. They probably think I'm a model. They probably think I'm an opportunist. And yeah, I am an opportunist, but I'm not going to do something that I may regret later or that
Wait
you guys
a minute now. Wait a minute, Tanae. When you say you're opportunist, now you with the worst opportunist group of people, right? Because those opportunists, hey Hassan, welcome. Those opportunist situations with the group of people you're in is going to lead you down a terrible road. I'm just saying, y'all. Do y'all agree with me? Put a one in the chat if y'all agree with me. The crowd that she's trying to be an opportunist with is not going to lead her to no great places. I don't think so. But y'all smash the like button, you guys. Put a one in the chat if y'all think that who she's hanging around with, the company that it's like they say, the company you keep is, is how you kind of, relate to what they're doing, right? Birds of a feather flock together, right?
All the stories that we do here. And I think that it is true because I even seen someone, because before I went there, I was signed to a rapper. I ended up seeing someone there that was friends with the rapper. And he was dressed totally different there. And when he seen me, he was rubbing on me too. And he was like, hey, you. I don't think that he would have did
Oh,
that.
wait a minute. Hold up. I'm kind of noticing a little bit of a trend now. Hold up. Now, today is she is, she's, seems like she's a little comfortable with people, rubbing her up and, making her look like you so pretty. Oh, my goodness. Oh, babe. She seems like she's a little comfortable with that. Like, she's kind of seems like she's a little bit with the smoke now. I'm just wondering, y'all. I mean, when she said that, I'm like, oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, the fingers would have been cut off, broke or something, right? I'm not gonna allow no one to disrespect me. No man is going to disrespect me, and definitely not no woman. Absolutely not. Ain't no free feels going on over here at all. But people will try to test you out. They say, oh yeah, she let you rub her shoulder. What else she gonna let you do? Y'all, let's continue.
Rappers. He doesn't say shit to me when we were in California, but in Miami at the house, he was comfortable in touching the.
Yeah, Tammy. Tammy says she knew what it is. Yes, exactly. Tira says she enjoys it. Oh, yes. Oh, she's with the smoke a little bit, y'all. Now, I got to say she's a little bit with the smoke. I mean, y'all, let's be for real. Let's be honest. Y'all, let's get the likes up. Smash the like button.
When I got back home, fast forward just on this note, when I got back home, I went to try to go hit him up, the rapper that I seen there. And I was blocked because I went on my other page, like my little Finsta. And I was like, why is his name coming up here? I said, why would he block me? That's fishy. Because I didn't do nothing to you. So is it because I left or you didn't want me to know or nobody to know that you were there? It was just a trip, you know what I'm saying? This guy, the rapper, he really is vouching for Diddy. Like, you know how certain people are like, no, he wouldn't do that. This one in particular is like, no, of course you're saying that because you was partying with him and you probably did some things. That's just what I think because come on, like that was just weird. And at that time before I put two and two together, I was like, maybe them little ones is there with somebody, but why? Like, look at what time in the morning, under, around liquor, around, drip. Like, come on. No, and I'm tired of stuff being so covered up, but.
And y'all, if that is real, I'm telling you, y'all, if that is real, if those babies were there, the minors, the babies, the elementary, the girls that look like Harajuku Barbies, like she said, if that is true, I'm telling you, Diddy is going to be in a world of hurt because they're going to be like, what were these little babies doing there? I mean, she said in one of her other videos that it looked like a film production or something was going on. Y'all, I'm telling you, if this is true, what she said now, we didn't had a couple of, women who've been like, perpetrating a fraud saying that, Diddy did this, Diddy did that, right? And it came out to be, liar, pants on fires, right? I'm not saying Tanae's a liar. Her story does sound like it's there's some truth to it. But at the same time, people can sell us a whole, they can sell us a whole dream at this point with this Diddy stuff. And we be like, oh man, that show sounded like it's real. But then again, we got the ones that be like, girl, go sit down somewhere. Grandma Peaches, ain't nothing happened between you and Diddy, right? I'm just saying. So it sounds like some of her stuff is real. But y'all, let's continue.
I had prayed before all of this. I'm a believer in God. And I was like, God, listen, I know you be using me, but don't use me like that, please. I had to be the one to not be intoxicated. Because I don't know. Basically, yeah, like, if I would have just took a drink, I feel like, or if I wouldn't have been on my P's and Q's, I probably would have went to Cuba. Or I probably would have just went along with the flow. And I probably wouldn't have been here to tell my story.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. So it says based on what she witnessed at the P. Diddy party, Tanae believes that she was almost wrecked trafficked, y'all. Okay, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's continue.
Because one of the girls, the Asian one, because she was just an assistant, I started to talk to her like before we went to Diddy's house. So we were like well acquainted, and she was.
Wait, Peaches. Do y'all hold on? I know Tammy, Peaches, and a whole bunch of other D-Dot, my baby Jamil, Michael. Do y'all remember Grandma Peaches? Grandma Peaches was like, honey, Diddy, he tried to lock me in the closet in the office. And I'm like, Grandma Peaches, you was with the smoke. Grandma Peaches, she was a high paid, P word. She was flying here and there. And then every 5 minutes, she was like, I need to call Billy. Why are you calling Billy? Why, Grandma Peaches, why are you calling? Billy was your pimp. Billy was pimping you out. He was making you go over there and get them cheeks clapped. And he was making a whole lot of money. But y'all, let's continue.
And I was like, so what are you doing out here? Because I started asking the girls questions in the house. And then she was like, my sister is in competition with me. I just want to change my life. I just want like a new life. And she was like, and I think being the prince's assistant would be good for me. He told me that. And when she said this, I'm just thinking that that's what he told her because she was the assistant. Remember, I'm the artist. So she said that the prince said that he was going to stamp her whole passport, her whole book. So knowing that information and that's what he told her. And then they just now told me Cuba. Who knows what their plans was and what was going to happen. And so we did exchange Instagram like a week in the house. Right? So when I got back home.
Tabby says we are surviving Grandma Peaches. Yes, Grandma Peaches, y'all remember she was a hot mess. I was like, Grandma Peaches, if you don't go sit down somewhere and dust them cobwebs off, Grandma Peaches, and get you a whole new T-Boo wig, it's going to be some smoke in the city, Grandma.
Trying to hit her up. Her Instagram was deactivated. So the rapper guy blocked me and her Instagram was deactivated. And then also, it was a realtor that I had met because when we stayed in the $30 million house, that was an Airbnb. So it was a realtor from New York, right? He was like a young boy, so he was black. So he was asking me like, how you get up in here? Because I was one of the only black girls. So he was like asking questions like, how you come up on this prince? Do he really got money like that? Because he's doing business with him, but he trying to be nosy. What ended up happening, when I got back, he started hitting me up like, hey, are you still in IM? I said, I left. I had to leave. I said, shit started getting weird. When I told him stuff started getting weird, he like, yeah, I thought them was weird too. He like, man, he said, and you still owe me money. Like, they were just fraud all the way around. Like everything was just a scam. He started to scare me a little bit when I said that I wanted to leave. He started talking in his language. And then he was just like, I'm trying to change your life. And you said you wanted this. I want you to be the head bitch in charge of this house. And you're sabotaging yourself.
Wait a minute now. When somebody tells you they want you to be the HBIC, we already know what time it is. That means that there is a whole, the P ring going on, right? Their whole P ring trafficking, clapping of the cheeks, spinning and hitting them corners. I mean, where do they do that? I mean, if you go to Walmart, the manager doesn't say I need the HBIC. I need the HBIC on lane on one. We got HBIC. We need it on lane one. Y'all, that is already a sign of a whole crazy situation, a trafficking situation about to happen, right? I mean, let's be for real. Let's continue.
The house, he wanted him to fall in line so bad, so that by the time we got with Diddy, everything would just be like, yes, because, and ain't no telling what they was gonna try to have me do. And I have kids myself, so it was just like, you never know, like, bitch, where's your kids? I don't know. So that was just, a very freaky.
Tanae went on a sabbatical. She was trying to go and make it big. She thought that she was gonna go with this prince and he was gonna, like fulfill this fairy tale dream. Let her tell it. But y'all, I'm saying Tanae would seem like she was with the smoke. Some things maybe she wasn't fully with the smoke, but I see she was with the smoke to maybe a certain extent. I don't know if she's perpetrating a fraud, but like I said, some of the stuff, it sounds very, like real, especially the way that she says it, the way it's detailed, the way she's talking about it. It kind of makes you think like, man, this story is real. Because I'm thinking like stories that I'm sitting there remembering, like, and I'm like, man, it sounds like, the way I would probably tell a story if I seen it. But we don't know because, y'all, we got these professional perpetrating a fraud females, out here in these streets. But y'all, let's continue.
Freaky story.
So it says right here, it says one of the first women to accuse P. Diddy of Rex trafficking was his former girlfriend. Of course, we already know Cassie Ventura. Tanae alleges that she saw her throughout the events she described. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all, wait a minute. Oh my God. Y'all remember when earlier when my baby Jamil said, she was watching, Jamil, he went live and he was watching Tanae's other video that she did a few years ago, right? So remember, there was a time at the party that Diddy was like, I guess it was Cassie remember? And my baby was like, who do y'all think that was? I thought it was Young Miami. But y'all, that was probably Cassie. Ooh, okay, y'all, let's continue. Wow.
In the midst of all that, Cassie was there. Like, I swear, I seen the timidness in her face.
Oh.
After that,
so that was Cassie that Diddy was like, pushing around, telling her to go sit down, moving her out the way because he was trying to get a piece of Tanae. Oh my goodness, y'all.
Yeah, broke up. And I always was like, I wonder if it was because of me. I would just joke because I remember when he came up to me, he was rubbing on me. How you like my house? She came and rubbed on his shoulder.
Oh.
He pushed her. And so to see the footage of him.
Remember at first she didn't say it. Now she's saying it in this live interview. Whoa, y'all smashed the like button. She just said that was Cassie. So that answered the question. I was saying earlier, Young Miami. OMG, y'all. Let's smash the like button. Wow.
I was like, so he really was abusive. But I thought he just pushed her real hard. Like, get out of my business. Like, you're being thirsty. I'm trying to handle business with this artist, and you're being an obsessive girlfriend or something.
But y'all, let me say this. We already know Diddy don't have no allegiance to nobody. He's slapping his mom around, giving her two pieces and 12 biscuits at one time. He did not even care. He was even disrespecting Cassie when Tanae was up at his party. He was trying to be all up in Tanae's face, rubbing her probably head, rubbing on her badonkadonk. Rubbing her legs, telling her, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Here's some white slippers to get inside to the freak off. Y'all, this is crazy. Let's continue.
But no, the mother he had been abusing her was really, 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 I couldn't believe it because she was too nice. I was like, dang, everything is true. And then, I always thought about her for years. That was a weird situation.
Okay, now hold up. Let me kind of backtrack a little bit. Now, if this story is true, can Cassie concur with what she's saying? Now, if Cassie can concur with what she's saying, okay, I believe everything that she's saying, right? I wonder if Cassie can concur. Can Cassie say, "Oh yeah, that heifer was at the party when Diddy was pushing me, being disrespectful, trying to get all up in Tanae's face, trying to clap her cheeks, being disrespectful to me." If Cassie can concur with that story, y'all, I'm telling you, Diddy is going to be in trouble. Diddy is going to be in trouble, especially about the Harajuku Barbies, the little minors, the elementary girls. I'm telling you, y'all, let's continue.
It's always me, right? Like, it's always me. But to know it's not just me and it was other people. And that I was
Wow.
right and my intuition was right. You know how good I felt about myself to know that I can trust my intuition and that I was actually right. It wasn't just me and I wasn't crazy. So that's why when I prayed to God, I told my story. And not to mention, I told my story only not because of Cassie. No, that too. Because now I felt comfortable, like, I'm not the only one. And, one nobody be coming to look for me. But I did an interview in 2022 with Soft My Underbelly, and we were just talking about crazy things that has happened in my life and what I've learned. And
y'all, that's the interview that a lot of us been watching. The one from, like she said, from a few years ago. This interview is live and it's going on right now. But y'all, let's continue.
Brought up a crazy situation was me almost being sex trafficked. Remember, this was just my gut before the allegations came out. And then when I said that, I kind of rambled through it like, yeah, we went to Miami and we was going to celebrity's house and we ended up at Diddy's house. And people were already in the comments like, it's always Diddy. Did she say Diddy? So then the next year, 2023 came, and next thing you know, they was like, she said it was sex trafficking. She said da-da-da-da. And then I told the in detail story, like, oh man, And that was the truth. And that's why I have to pray, like, God, I'm about to, facing things, protect me, but just protect us all. And, protect who needs to be protected. Like, straight up. Because these people are like some predators. And, unfortunately, people do want to change their life and they will do anything and stuff. But not everybody.
Talking about
Wow.
the prince that was obviously intimately involved in this whole thing. At these parties, or at least just the one that you were at, there was like royalty, like political type people that you saw.
Yeah, royalty, a few actors.
And y'all, let me say something real quick. These people, like the from Saudi Arabia, the ones that in Dubai, y'all, they got that mucho dinero sesuero. They have a lot of money because over there they got the oil. They have a lot of money. I'm telling you, they got a lot of money. But y'all, let's continue.
A few rappers, a lot of random people. I knew that they were somebody, I just didn't know who they were. And you had people in like regular clothes, no clothes, like elite.
Did you get any like idea of who the random people were? Like why they were there?
Probably for sex and just the opportunity, just to be around. They just seemed very willing and very thirsty. Everybody seemed willing. Like I felt out of pocket because I wasn't so intrigued with Diddy and just, and that's why I was like, am I missing something? What's going on? Because you guys got to be off drugs because this is crazy. It's not nothing spectacular here, but everybody was just like,
yes, Tigra, that oil is, I'm telling you, that oil, them people got a lot of money. I don't know if y'all been overseas, but I traveled a lot overseas in the Arabic countries, and they got a lot of money, a whole lot of money. Seriously, a lot of money. Tigra says the oil, cha-ching, dollar bills, yes. My baby Jamil says, I knew that girl Diddy push was Cassie. I thought it was Young Miami, baby. Remember you asked that earlier? And hey, Nicole, how are you? Remember you asked that earlier on your live, baby? And I was like, that gotta have been Young Miami, but we found out that it is Cassie, y'all. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. This is crazy.
zombies.
That's so bizarre.
It's really true. Like, this shit is just too much of a secret society. Like, I just wish that even when it's like cameras around, like, damn, do y'all have the right cameras on? Like, goddamn. And this is why they tell you can't have your phone out. Exactly why.
Right.
Oh, Tammy, yes, I believe so. Tammy, you are so right. Tammy says Diddy can sniff out the weak, thirsty ones. Yes. And Cassie was, she was weak, but very strong. And I say that because she knew that Diddy had a lot of money. Let's just be for real, right? And she put up with a lot of his stuff. So she was a strong woman for putting up with a lot of his crap. Because I'm telling you, it would have been a whole nother day. But anyway, if that was me. But everybody is different, right? But yes, Diddy sniffs out the weak ones. But that's why when they have those parties, it's like a whole recruitment party. It's to see how far I can push you. Because some women, y'all, I'm telling you, I'll be ready to throw some 24 pieces and 10 biscuits, right? If some man comes up to me and starts rubbing on me, or any woman starts coming around, especially, oh no, we gonna have some smoke in the city, y'all. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, a rumble in the Bronx. Houston, we gonna have a major problem. But when she went there and they were rubbing on her, they knew she was with the smoke at least a little bit, some bit, right? They knew she was with the smoke for some bit, right? So these things, if that would have happened to me, I would have been did a about face and I would have left. I would have not stayed there. Now she stayed there. She's seen a lot, and now she's telling. So y'all, let's continue.
Right. And then, I mean, it's kind of the same question in a way, but the prince was actually like staying at P. Diddy's house.
So we had our own mansion, but I ended up leaving P. Diddy's house and going back to our mansion, and he stayed there. And I had to call the police at the mansion, at our mansion. When I called 911, I said I've been kidnapped by some Saudi Arabians and get me off of this property. So when all this was going on, he still was at P. Diddy's house, and this is how I was able to escape. So, I don't know if he ended up staying there, but it looked like he was about to stay there. You get what I'm saying? It looked like he probably was like, go in there and have your own room, and whoever you came with, whatever. I mean, this prince was already so secretive. I remember one of the days, I wonder why a nurse had came.
They're not secretive. They're plotting. Like, you have to be like, you got to be spun up on your A game. Like, when you go and you deal with these type of people, you got to be on your A game. You got to know exactly what they doing. If they doing all this whispering and talking in codes and stuff, y'all already know what time it is, right? Y'all, like, this situation, it doesn't seem too kosher. Like, something just ain't right. I mean, we have to know exactly, what's going on around us at all times, right? Y'all, let's continue.
He was off so much heroin or whatever he was doing.
Wow.
And I say heroin because I started putting two and two together, like needles and all this stuff. Like, what is that? And I knew they were doing coke because he had like a chain and he would randomly do it. And he even offered me something. I said, no, I'm a single baby. He was like, good girl, Nia. He called me Nia. I was like, this fool is really trying me,
Wow.
One of the Marleys was there. Just different little people was doing drugs. It was crazy.
Wow, that is crazy. Thank you, John. Thank you. Yes, y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then to see, they're trying to hand you drinks. Like, where do you go really when people are trying to forcefully like hand you drinks? Here, have some of this. We got these concoctions. Yeah, we got this. This juice is really good. Yeah, try it. Y'all, when they're walking around and handing you stuff, when you already see what type of crowd you're in, y'all, we already know that drink may be a little tainted. It has some extra stuff in there, right? Y'all, let's continue.
So anyway, if that's when he told me, you remind me of Lauren, I was like, Lauren, who is? They were just doing a lot of gaslighting. He was having me sing the live to these people, but I was saying this to say, a nurse had came. And I was like, why did the nurse come, like, with an IV? Because he would be so twacked out and drugged out.
Oh, y'all, is this the part where they go and do the IV, get the fluid, the hydration from him over there freaking off? for 2 or 3 days. I mean, he didn't got drained, energy gone. I mean, he need to rehydrate. Huh.
He would have to resuscitate himself because it's just like you almost die every single day. Like
Teresa, that's what I'm saying. Teresa, that's exactly what I said. If she was not with the smoke, she would have left right away, right? Whenever we go anywhere, you guys, I mean, it can even be to a restaurant. You go in the restaurant, you be like, oh, this is not my cup of tea. Oh, this is not, absolutely not. And then you will leave, right? I would have left if I know that I don't party like a rock star like that. That is not my cup of tea. That is not the type of company that I keep. All these rugs, they got these cocktails, people swinging from the pool. I mean, Diddy probably jumping off the lawn furniture. I would have got out of there. I would have called a Uber, quick, fast, in a hurry. Hey, can y'all come pick me up over there on Miami Boulevard? Yeah, I'm at Diddy's house. Can y'all please hurry up? How close are y'all? I need to hurry up. Can you be here in 5 minutes? Y'all, I would have got out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. But no, she wanted to, go in there and see what she could see. But y'all, I'm real nosy. I'm my baby Jamil. I'm real nosy. I will ask 1,000,001 questions, but not to be nosy just to be nosy. Like when there's a situation going on, like a party, I would be like, well, why she got that on? Why is she wearing that? Why is she acting like that? And they offer you a drink. Well, what's in the drink? Well, I need all the ingredients. I need the whole recipe. Yeah, well, how many drops did you put in there? How many lemon drops did you put in there? I need to know exactly how many lemon. I asked 1,000,000 questions. And I know that's like my downfall in life, y'all. I asked 1,000,000 questions. But I would have left. I would have left if I would have seen that. I would have been like, look, the questions is over. I'm not asking no more questions at all. I'm out of here. I don't even want to ask no more questions. I don't want to ask no questions. I would pack up and I would leave. Look, if I had to leave anything there, it would have just been left. I don't care if it was the cutest outfit I had in the suitcase, the brand new outfits, y'all. It's the Temu cute little outfits, y'all. Everything would have been left, and I would have been on the plane, and I would have been out of there. But she stayed. So to me, I feel like she was kind of with the smoke. But some of her story seems like it's like with the minors. That's the thing that gets me is the minors. Like if Cassie can concur with her saying that the minors were there, y'all, I'm telling you, that would make me believe like more than most of the stuff that she's saying, right? I'm just saying. But y'all, let's continue.
You get super drunk, you're taking these drugs, and
That's insane. That's so crazy.
it was a court room. And mind you, we had different rooms, so I would go in there and be like, what y'all doing? Because I started being friends with the assistant. I'm just saying that because that's what he told her she was, and that's when I was able to
Hold
see,
on.
like, what's going on? What's wrong with you,
Hey,
girl? She's
goddess.
like, I'm so high. I'm like, so, P. Diddy house was right up his alley,
Like you kind of mentioned, like he had like a dark aura when he approached you. Was there like a tangible kind of darkness at the party itself, like just off energy?
Yeah, kind of like that willingness is kind of like if somebody is like pushing you to do something, and you like summon it up. Like, why are y'all so thirsty? That's what I call it. If it was a color, it would be black and green because it'd be something that was icky, cringy, then dark because it's not right, and then.
But like I said, you guys, why would you stay there? That is my whole thing. If you knew stuff was dark and icky and stuff, because one thing about me, I'm going to research wherever I'm going. I'm be like, oh, we going to a Diddy party. Let me do a little bit of research. I will research. I will check out some things because y'all know Diddy, he was famous for those parties. And a lot of people already knew what what those parties entail, right? So when you're going and hanging around the type of people, that type of company, You are the company that you keep, I believe, most of the time, right? Nobody is going to be into the church and then really heavily in the church and then be going to a P. Diddy party, not even knowing what time it is. Like, no, I don't hang out with, P. Diddy. I don't believe in all this stuff. Let me go back to the Jesus side, right? They would not be hanging out with that. So if you are not with the smoke, you would have did an about face. You would have turned around. You would have peeked probably in the fence and said you heard the music. Because remember, she was like, the music was boom, boom, boom. In her last interview, she was like, the music was loud, boom, 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 boom. Now, if I would have heard all that, I would have been like, oh, absolutely no. Oh, no, and seen everybody jumping around. I mean, people acting a fool. I'm telling you, I would have got out of there. I would have left really, really quick.
If I can explain the feeling, it's just a lot of people touching you and pushing you. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. That's what type of energy. And energy is really real. Like I'm a Scorpio. I'm spiritual. I can feel a whole lot of stuff. And
Goddess said she thought she was going to be famous. Yeah, but you know what? Let me say this. If I have to do all of that, if I gotta sacrifice my body, my mind, my body, my soul, just for a jelly roll, for money, a little bit of change, I'm not about to do anything strange for a little bit of change. I'm not. And if I got to do all of that, I'd rather just go get a job at Walmart and call it a day, right? I'm not going to be dragged to this party and then played with. And then over here, you taking me shopping, then you trying to feed me. I don't got the time or the patience. I'm telling you, them questions be coming out so fast. They'd be like, if you don't, please give her a one-way ticket to where we got her from, please, because she asks too many questions. I would have been asking all the questions in the book, like, what are we doing? Why are we going right here? Why are we pulling up to this place right here? What are we doing? How long are we going to stay here? I'm telling you, they would have got rid of me in a hot New York minute, y'all. But y'all, let's continue.
it's just like I already manifested myself out there. Let's not mention that. I was writing at a park, and my best friend said, do air therapy. And I'm writing my things that I want in life. And I said, I want royalty. I want people to treat me a certain type of way, like a queen. And I want the flamboyant lifestyle. I put Miami.
Okay, let me say this. Okay, let me say this too. Hold up. You want somebody that treats you like a queen. Now, I'm just saying, I really believe in femininity, right? I believe in, you dress a certain way. My mom used to always say it's good for a woman to be seen and not heard. Now, when you need to be heard is when she was, being rubbed on and stuff. Oh, I would have been heard that day. I'm telling you, it would have been a rumble. It would have been, I'm telling you, chairs swinging and everything. It would have been an ugly thing, right? But you want to be treated like a queen. But when you're looking like a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, what do you expect to receive in return from these men? I mean, let's be for real. You got your tatas hanging all out saying, hey, I'm here. Welcome. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we hanging out. What kind of response do you think a man is going to get? They're going to be like, oh, she easy. Oh, she got them tatas out. They is hanging out. Her cheeks is hanging out. Oh, she is ready to get them cheeks clapped. We have to dress and be respectful of ourselves as women. You're not going to attract a man that's going to treat you like a queen. Yeah, he'll treat you like a queen for a hot New York minute, for 5 minutes. As soon as he clapped them cheeks, oh, he's on to the next one, right? So we have to be careful, I want to be treated like a queen. Well, absolutely, at Diddy's party, you're going to be treated like a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, right? You have your tatas all out. You got your badunkadunk all out. You're letting these men rub all on you. What do you think you're going to attract? Absolutely, you're going to attract a queen status for 5 minutes of fame after the clapping of the cheeks, session is done. They're going to be on to the next. They're not going to think about you. Oh, I want to be treated like a queen. No, you want to be treated like a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, because look at the way you're dressing. Look at the way you're dressing. Now, it's a different story when you are with a man. You kind of be cute, whatever, But when you're out there with them cheeks out, looking and doing the most, you got them whole eyelashes that can slap somebody, reach out and touch somebody. You got these long nails. Y'all, I'm telling you, those are the men that they want the ho, 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 Merry Christmas. I'm just saying. But y'all, let's continue.
Royalty. Out of all the things that I wrote, everything came, and I can't believe it, on down to P. Diddy, on down to Miami, on down to Royalty Prince. So, when I say that I could feel energy and I can speak things into existence, that's what I'm talking about, because I literally wrote up my life and spoke my life into existence. When I wrote it down on the paper, I burned it and it went back into the universe, and that shit came back in the next few days in the most weirdest way, through the most randomest.
And that's why I don't believe in all of that burning papers and burning this and burning that. Why are you burning papers? You just close your eyes and say a little prayer or do something else. When you burning stuff, y'all, that's like, I don't know. That kind of gives me the little creeps, like the scary stuff, right? You burning paper. Let me write a little message and burn it. Y'all, that's just crazy to me. As you see, it came back. She said it kind of came back, and it was like a weird situation after she did that. Y'all, people be thinking that some of this stuff, this person said, yeah, just write a message on there. Yeah, if you want this to happen or whatever, just write it on the paper and burn it. Y'all, I'm telling you, people have to be careful whenever some of that stuff be like a little Satanism, right? But I'm just saying, you have to look into certain things. People will sell you a whole dream, and then you'll end up in a nightmare. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
Some old average Joe clicked up me and the Prince in Glendale, California. So it's like, what is the odds of this? And I just was talking about this, and now I'm already here, and now I'm about to go to Cuba now. Like, I don't even want to see what's gonna happen next. I don't even remember what I put on that paper. Now I gotta think about what I put on that goddamn paper. So the energy was real. When I got out of there, the police made me so mad because they walked in. 10 seconds later, they walked out, and they said, we seen what you tried to do. You tried to get us in a frenzy. That hurt my feelings, because it's like they don't take me seriously. And because this was a Prince, they took his side. They were like, so where is he at? I'm like, he's at P. Diddy's house. Yeah, so the police, when I said, like, even how I got out, the maid came, somebody else came, handed me $100.
Hey, Goddess, are you good? I hope all is good. I hope all is good. Prayers if you are going through something. I see a little bit stuff going on in the chat. Tammy said we'll hold it down for you at Goddess. Goddess, if you need anything, let us know. Let us know. We'll pray for you. Keep your head up, and Psalms 91, canopy of protection. Always remember that, everybody. But Goddess, I hope everything is okay, baby. I hope everything is okay, honey.
Because the police was like, okay, you could just get off the property. I was like, no, wait, I don't even have any money. Because everything happened so fast when I met the Prince. It's like I came with nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Did she just say she ain't had no money? Did she just say she ain't had no money? Now, why you ain't had no money today? Now all them rubbing on the legs and the arms and the face and on the hair, you should have been charging for them. Them feels shouldn't have been free. You should have said, "Oh, I need a cash app for them feels." That feel was not free. You better pay up, right? I need an Uber. I need some money. Pay up. You should not have been over there at that party with all that money, with all of them big baller shot callers, especially the king. Y'all, she should not have been broke at all. She should have at least had a couple of $1,000s in her pocket. I'm just saying. But y'all, let's continue. Maybe Tanae didn't know how to, work when she, I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue. No way. Absolutely.
Because remember, I told you he never gave me no actual money. He was just buying things. So it wasn't like I was going to be like, oh, wait, let me go upstairs and go get my stuff. I'm fighting for my life at this point. I'm trying to leave before he comes back, because I don't want him to take me to Cuba. So it's like,
see, Tanae, you should have been laying down the law. See, you can't be playing with these jokers. You should have said, I need $10,000 to even walk on the plane. You talking about you gonna have me singing? I need $10,000 just in case something may go wrong, right? You want to make sure that you keep yourself protected. But Tanae, you did not protect yourself, honey. I mean, I hope you learned a little bit of a lesson, because there would have been $10,000 marching from your wallet to my pocketbook. I'm just saying, y'all, let's continue.
Now I'm running for my life. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, that's...
Wait, hold on. Okay, Goddess says, hold on real quick. I'm sorry. Let me see. Goddess says, thank y'all. My mind Wait, my mind's off this oral surgery. Oh, okay. Goddess, prayers, prayers, prayers. I hope everything is well. I hope everything is well. I have to like kind of go back and see what's going on, but I hope everything is well. You guys put the prayer hands up for Goddess. She has a situation going on, and we want to make sure that we keep her uplifted and keep her in our prayers, y'all. Psalms 91 over Goddess, you guys. Let's keep her in our prayers. Goddess says, I'm good. Keep going, Queen. Okay, all right, Goddess. You know, we gotta check on our people over here. You know, we don't like to leave nobody behind. We gotta make sure everybody's good, y'all. We gotta make sure everybody's good. Let's continue.
When I used to, like, it's really real because I'm almost about to cry, like, because I just was like, I just feel like something was going to happen. I felt I didn't feel safe when I was there. I was highly disappointed that instead of this guy, P. Diddy, being, and mind you, I didn't cry on these platforms because I wasn't trying to be like my other interviews and with TMZ, and they were like, we really believe you. You are very authentic.
Yeah,
your story flows so good.
I know she did go on TMZ, and then she did do a couple of other interviews like over the past years. I know the recent one, I think it was earlier this year, last year, she did one with TMZ. But like I said, if Cassie can concur, y'all, I'm telling you, I would be like, okay, it did sound real. But to say that, I feel like I'm 100% putting all my eggs in one basket with her. I'm not 100%. But anyway, y'all, let's continue. Hey, Tina, how are you? Welcome.
Good. Everybody else is bullcrap. Only because they said my story matched a lot of people who didn't want their story to be told because it was so real. So everybody that we see, they've interviewed other people, but it didn't get a chance to get out because they were like, never mind. Because I think that people don't want to get asked the question, are you sure you didn't do nothing? Or when you did see these things, what did you do? There's nothing that you can do because you see what I told the police that they were like, yeah, whatever. Right. Who's going to believe you? Who's going to believe you that that's going on?
Well, you guys, she did say that she did call the police after she left. So there was some type of dialogue. But who's to say that Diddy paid the Miami Police Department off? Hey, if you get a call about this address, don't worry about it. Everything's all good over here, and paid them off, y'all. Who's to say they didn't delete the 911 calls or whatever? She has some evidence and proof, I believe, like these pictures she's showing us, like when she was going and heading to Diddy's house. But y'all, I don't know. This is crazy. Tina, hey Tina says physical therapy on my left side hip and knee, swim therapy. Oh wow. Okay. Prayers for Goddess.
And then it's like, damn. Then when you get drugged and you're intoxicated or whatever, you probably won't remember. And then you probably won't want to tell that story because you've been drugged. So you got to say that part. So for a person who didn't do any of that and they got out, I could tell you it was very weird and it was not right and it wasn't working.
Wow.
So I was like, I got to go. And when I left, the prince, Phil, was trying to be my friend because he knew, like, this girl not too. So,
what? No, ma'am. Tanae, let me say something. Now, she got you. Tanae, she got to get spun up on her A game, y'all. Tanae, no, baby, no. He was trying to be your friend because he was trying to see if there was still a possibility to traffic you to Cuba or wherever, right? He was trying to still traffic you. He wasn't trying to be nice. Now, Tanae, you got to be, I thought a little bit, a street smart, but you had to know that he wasn't being nice just to be nice, baby. Absolutely not. But y'all, let's continue.
And he hit me up on Snapchat because, Snapchat, when you say something, it disappears. No trace, no case. So he's like, we still love you. If you ever want to come to Miami or you ever want to do anything, let me know. I'll send for you. What? Like nothing ever just happened. just a creep.
Yeah, that's I mean, the whole thing is obviously incredibly bizarre. Did you see anything while you were there that was like weird or like ritualistic? Like the people always talk about like, oh, the Illuminati and all this weird shit that they do. Was there like any symbolism or anything strange around the house that you noticed?
Well, I didn't go all around the house because where I stopped at, I could have kept going, but it was like downstairs, and that was ritualistic enough to me because what I seen, just, seeing people that wasn't supposed to be there and just people's behaviors, I felt it. I already knew that, like, being
Prayers for you too, Tina, whatever you're going through. Prayers for everybody. If you guys are going through anything, y'all, Psalms 91, the canopy of protection over everybody in the building. Y'all, I'm telling you, people have, got a lot of different things going on. We all do, right? But prayers for everybody. Psalms 91, the canopy of protection. Lord, let your light shine, and Lord, protect all of us under this, everybody that's in this live, you guys.
In a weird situation with a prince where you can't put your finger on what's really going on, and now they're saying you're going somewhere else and they won't let you go home. Basically, you're being kidnapped. That's already weird enough. So for that to go on.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Rakeisha, thank you. Rakeisha says pray to all. Tina says getting older is not no trumps. I know, right? Keyman J says, hey Keyman J. Keyman J says love and blessings. Thank you. Elizabeth says, yeah, I love you, Lounge. Thank you. Tigra says, Tina, feel better. I hope it's not sciatica. It's painful. Oh wow. Oh wow. Peaches says, Tammy, thank you, dear. It's not easy. Yes, Peaches, prayers for you, Peaches. God is everybody that's going through something. Tina, everybody, y'all. Because I'm telling you, y'all, it takes a village to live this life. And y'all, I'm telling you, it's just crazy. I mean, this 2025, y'all, I'm telling you, it is crazy, y'all. It is crazy. We got to stay prayed up, and we got to keep that Psalms 91, the canopy of protection. I mean, we have to keep that, like, on us at all times, right? Y'all, let's continue.
On for 2 weeks, and then this, and then just, to just see, like, I feel like if I snap my fingers in anybody's face, they weren't going to be all the way there. So I just feel like, hello, is anybody home? Is anybody, like, I don't like that. And then even when I was telling so back then, when that happened, I guess, or I don't know.
Michelle, I don't know the name of where the interview is, but I will definitely get it to you.
Why my best friend said this, but they were like, you sound like.
Oh, Teresa says, we love you, Peaches. Michelle says, what are we watching? So we are watching, this is a night at the Freak Off with Tanae. She was one of the people that went to Diddy's Freak Off.
Have you seen a movie called Taken? And then now people are saying, look at the movie Blink Twice. It's just like it always comes back.
Oh, wait a minute.
We already know.
Somebody said in the chat earlier, you have to watch the movie Blink Twice. I have not seen it. Me and my baby is supposed to be watching it. Oh, wow. Okay, Rakeisha says on Tubi. Wow. Okay, wow. I'll get it for you in just a minute, Michelle.
No, they be saying stuff in movies that become the truth. So it's like, yeah, because that happened to somebody. Where did they get that idea from? Somebody that they knew it happened to. And I'm the type, as soon as I got back, I told everybody what was going on. Only my selected friends. And they were like, that's wild, that's crazy. And then when they came out, everybody all in my comments.
Tammy, I'm going to definitely have to watch Blink Twice. I've been saying, ever since Misha, remember Misha? She was like they were saying that, all this stuff that she was saying was from that movie Blink Twice. And I was like, I told Jamil, I said, Jamil, we got to watch that movie. We ain't even watched it yet, but we need to watch that movie because people are saying, like you said, Tammy, they are saying it's crazy. Yes, AF. I'm going to sit there and try to maybe come up with a time that we can watch it because I do want to watch it. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Goddess, you is a mess. Goddess, you is hilarious. Goddess says that lion, Bianchi. Yes, we know that Goddess. Goddess, Tammy, everybody. Look, Tina. Was she not a liar, pants on fire? Y'all, Misha was perpetrating a fraud. I mean, stealing people's money. People was giving her money on Cash App, lying, saying she was the D&G girl on Diddy's lap. And y'all, I was like, girl, if you don't go sit down, you couldn't even qualify for the program. I can't even qualify for the Diddy program. Not that I want to be in Diddy's program, but I'm saying Diddy had a type, right? He wanted somebody who was like this big. He wanted a little bit like they're hungry, that they ain't eating nothing, they drinking water all day, they can't have like but 12 calories a day. Oh, I don't qualify for that program. And we know Misha, she definitely did qualify. But y'all, let's continue.
It's on Instagram. I remember you told me this story. I'm like, see, I told you. So, I just feel like if I would have stayed with them, I would have seen a lot more. I know for a fact. I would have seen a lot more. I didn't want to see a lot more because when you see things, you can't unsee it. And I started to feel guilty. Like, I know that I'm a good person too, so I be trying to like save people. Like, how I'm gonna save you?
Yeah, right. There's like nothing you can do in a situation like that realistically when every person that's there is like in on this whole thing.
And I felt uncomfortable even saying, what was there because it was like people be like, no, for real. And then, you go into detail and you start to feel bad.
But y'all, I want to know so bad. I want to know so bad, was this true what she was saying about these kids? I want to know so bad because I just want to know. I want to know so bad. I'm telling you, it is like burning my soul that I want to know if these kids, these little Harajuku Barbies was there. Were the Harajuku Barbies there early in the morning when they should have been in school or maybe in their pajamas on a Saturday morning? You know what I'm saying? In their pajamas eating some cereals or something, some cereals and milk. I mean, I don't know. I really, really wonder if this is really true. But y'all, let's continue listening.
Right. But it is what it is. I'm glad that the truth is, slowly but surely. Maybe people won't get it now. They'll get it in 5 years or,
all right,
dawn on them. But
all right, Tigre, thank you. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Rakeisha said that's just so wrong. I know, Rakeisha, that's what I'm wondering. Is this really true? Girl Tony says yes because others have said, and see, that's what I'm saying. Other people have said the same thing, but I want to know if they can confirm. A lot of people now. One thing about me, I'll be like, well, maybe don't quote me on that, or I don't want to give nobody no wrong information because I would never get up there and just give people like wrong information on something like that, especially. So I'm wondering, I am wondering, y'all. Let's continue.
After that happened, I was like really messed up about it. And then I started to do research on a lot of things. And I started finding out a lot about stuff in dark webs. And I started seeing a lot of things. I'm like, oh my God, see, this is really. And I'm already a believer because I know what I've seen and I know what I know. But everybody else, it's new to them.
So these are just kind of like things that I wonder, was there somebody like recording the party? Did you notice cameras in the area?
Was Jamie Foxx there?
Recorded that you noticed?
No, not that I've noticed, but I feel like if anybody was recording, everything was a secret. That's why I didn't like that house. I feel like everything was fishy. I called it the Truman Show for a reason because
everything was private. Everything was private. We know Diddy didn't want nobody to bring no phones. Y'all, he didn't want nobody to alert the peoples. Diddy was like, leave that phone over there. Put it in a pouch. Lock the pouch. Lock the door. Remember, that's what Marvin Sapp was saying. Lock the door, ushers. Lock the door. Diddy was saying, lock the phone pouches, y'all. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But y'all, let's continue.
You know how he didn't know that they were recording him? Like, I feel like, I bet you a camera would have popped out if I would have did something weird. If I would have engaged in some weird stuff. Because it's just like, when guys are jacking off and when guys are doing all types of stuff, they're trying to get your reaction. And then once they get your reaction, then things start to escalate. So let's just say I react a certain type of way, and then they like, come here, come with me. You know what I'm saying? Do something with this little, like, you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, he wouldn't have had to say nothing to me, baby, because I would have told him where to go and how to get there. There's no way that a man is going to tell me to do something with something in the public. Oh, absolutely not. But see, that's why I'm wondering, was she with the smoke, y'all? I'm just wondering, y'all, because there's no way a man like, hey, come and do something with this, all out in the public, all out on the party. But that's the type of party, and that's the type of things that be going on. So if you didn't like that, why did you go and stay? That's just very questionable. It's very, very suspicious.
You never know. These people, and you know, I had a history already of being an artist and doing body rubs. So imagine how many creeps I've met.
Wait. She said she had a history of doing, did she say she had a history of doing body rubs? Did she say she had a history of doing body rubs? Did the body rubs come with a happy ending? I just want to know. I'm wondering. Ricky's laughing, but I want to know, did the body rubs come with a happy ending? Because, I mean, Tanae, you did stay at this party, honey, baby. You did stay at this party. You was hanging out. I mean, let people rub you down, and they had not a dime to your name to get an Uber to get out of there. There's something wrong with this picture. This was definitely something wrong with this picture. But y'all, let's continue. She ain't had a dime, a penny to claim the first.
Certain fetishes or whatever the case may be. And, there are weirdos that is like, for example, oh, act like you're 15. Like things like that. So
wow.
It may be.
Now, wait, y'all. Wait, hold on. Wait. Didn't Diddy go on? I think it was it Ellen? Didn't Diddy go on Ellen talk about he wants somebody to act like a baby or something? Or some crazy act like a little kid, talk like a little kid or something like that? And I'm like, why would a grown man want a female to talk like a little baby, talk like a little child? Y'all, that is scary. That is scary. Could y'all imagine? Y'all, if Jamil told me, oh baby, talk like a little baby, I'm not talking like no little baby. Oh, absolutely not. I am a grown woman. I am a grown woman, and I'm not talking no baby talk, especially, no, absolutely not. You got it twisted. But that is a sick person, right? That is a sick person. Diddy was sick. When I heard that, me and my baby, we were like, oh my goodness, a grown man wanting his, the person that he's, getting, clapping the cheeks to be talking like a little baby, like, hey, hi, how are you doing? No, absolutely not. I put a little bass in your voice. That's crazy. That's weird to me. But y'all, let's continue. That is very crazy.
If you're a vibe, or you just never know. And I don't put anything past anyone because I've been around a lot of things, but nothing like this because ain't nobody Diddy. That's his house. He could do whatever he wants. So when you go to people's house where they got money and power and they can do whatever they want and nobody's going to judge them because he doesn't give a flying, then you're going to see a lot of stuff versus somebody hiding it,
Wow.
I mean, all the money, all the power, all the influence, a secretive location. It's like you can really get away with anything you'd like to.
Like what? Like I had no idea that. I was just expecting to take pictures, and because if I'm at a mansion, I want to take pictures by the pool and the house, this, put on my Instagram. I was already mad about that, and then the fact that I seen what I seen, I was like, I'm ready to go. For me to leave, so.
And what about security there? What were there, like certain levels of security, or was it just at the door?
Just at the door. I didn't see any other security in there. Like, as soon as you get in there, it's like a whole nother world. And then as soon as you get back out, it's like, okay, back to reality now.
Were the people at
Hey, Jazzy, welcome. Hey, y'all, I'm telling you, Jazzy says ain't nothing new but weird AZ people. Exactly. I'm telling you, this girl, I think that she like about, I think she hung out a little bit too long. For me, like everybody's different. I'm not judging nobody, but maybe she wanted to go and scope out and see things. Maybe it was a good thing that she stayed to see certain things. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't. If it was me and I seen the weird stuff going on, I would have went and I would have been out of there in a hot New York minute. I don't want no parts because what I don't want when the FBI come and they raid these type of parties, I don't want the FBI to come and knocking on my door asking me now one question about what went on at that Diddy party. But y'all, let's continue.
the front, like, very aggressive, like making sure only the right people get in?
And it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them. Like security on this side, the security on this side. They just making sure it's. They probably the lookouts. You know what I'm saying? Like they just making sure everything is everything, and that ain't nobody doing no funny stuff. They really own it. Pat you down. But you know, coming with the prince too, they kind of trusted it too.
Oh, wait, hold up. She got a tattoo on her neck. Hold on, y'all. I didn't know okay, she got a
And what
tattoo
about
on her neck.
security there? What were there, like certain levels of security, or was it just at the door?
Just at the door. I didn't see any other security in there. Like, as soon as you get in there, it's like a whole nother world. And then as soon as you get back out, it's like, okay, back to reality now.
Were the people at the front, like, very aggressive, like making sure only the right people get in?
And it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them.
Wow.
Like, security on this side, the security on this side. They just making sure it's. They probably the lookouts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, they are the lookouts. They absolutely are, and maybe they didn't want to dress in a security uniform because if you dress in a security uniform, everybody would know that that's security. So maybe it was like a private PI type of security thing going on, right? Because there's certain ones that they're looking, but they don't want you to know who their security is because people that were newly coming, they didn't know who was who, right? So they wanted to make sure they keep that under wraps. I think, y'all. Let's continue.
Like they just making sure everything is everything, and that ain't nobody doing no funny stuff. They really own it. Pat you down. But you know, coming with the prince too, they kind of trusted it too. Cause I don't know if they did, business before, or I don't know what that was about.
Well, I mean, they have to know at least a little bit about what's going on, I would imagine. And then I guess my last question is, so when you went into that party room, you saw those, I noticed you call them little people.
Uh-oh.
I take that as like children. What was the deal with them? Like, where were they? What was going on around them? What exactly did you see with that whole thing?
They were getting hidden. I had to kind of see, like, what's going on. Like, they were getting hidden, like they were hiding there low-key, but not really, you know what I'm saying? If I would have walked into the crowd a little bit more, and if I would have just been all up, like, nosy, let me see what's going on, because there's people that's like that, too. And I kind of did.
Oh yeah, oh yes, baby. Oh yes, the lounge, she's very nosy. I'm very nosy, but I'm nosy to the point where like not just be in people's business. If I'm in a location like that, I like to be very aware of my surrounding. I will be looking, lurking, and asking a million questions. I'm telling you, they would have got me out of there. They would have probably been like, you got to go. We're going to send you a plane ticket. Hurry up and get her out of here. Get her an Uber to the airport. Get her out of here. Because I would have been asking a lot of questions, right? I wouldn't have been just walking with where I would have been like, why are these kids up in here? Y'all, they would have been like, hurry up, get her out of here. Hurry up. She might be the FBI. I'm going to ask questions, y'all. And it's good to ask questions because if you don't ask questions, that's when they think that you're a weak link. When you don't say anything, they're like, oh yeah, we going to get her. Yeah, she with the shenanigans. When they start rubbing on you, oh yeah, she's with the shenanigans. And that's what was happening with her. I'm just saying, they were rubbing her. Rubbing her donk-a-dong, doing all kinds of stuff. And she stayed up in there. But y'all, She's seen those little people. She's seen those little people. So maybe it was a good thing, if this is true, that she's seen these little people. But too bad she didn't have that cell phone on and on record. Y'all, I would have put my cell phone on record, even though it was in the little pouch thing. I would have put it on the volume, like record, where it would have been recording while it was like, in the thing, even though it couldn't see no video. I would have got the voice, footage of that, right? I'm telling you, there is no reason there. I would have been asking a lot of questions. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Teresa said they would have said, get her tail out of here. Oh yeah, Teresa, they would have got me out of there in the New York minute. Because I'm telling you, I asked a lot of questions. I asked a whole lot of questions. I will run somebody off by asking them questions. I'd be like, why is that person over there looking, staring at me? Why is he looking at, like, he is staring at me like he's trying to come and ask me a question? Why is she doing that over there? Why is she looking at me like that, like she about to come over? I'm telling you, I asked a lot of questions. But y'all, let's continue.
See, enough. And I was like, because when I seen them dressed up and very sexy, and I said Harajuku parties, if that's what they look like to me, but it would look like costume. And mind you, because I've dealt with clients that have fetishes, that's the first thing I thought of. And that's what made me paranoid. Like, it just triggered me in the wrong way. And I was like, And I just seen them sitting around partying with some grown people.
So the kids were actually, or little people, were actually like involved in the party. That's crazy. Yeah. And clearly there were people around them that were. I mean, you don't want to.
Wait a minute. Were they giving the little people rugs? Jamil said facts. Baby, I told him I asked a billion questions, right? I'd be asking a billion questions. I'd be feeling bad sometimes. I'd be like, okay, I'm only asking 2 questions, baby. I'm only just give me a 2-minute limit, because I've been asking them questions. I will ask them a million questions. I'm telling you, I will run somebody off, right? But why in the world were they, it's crazy. Like, why would they it be like so willing to allow people that they don't know to come to this party? But like I said, maybe it was to test her out, to see if she was trustworthy of her coming in there and seeing those and not saying anything. But she seen what she saw, allegedly, from what she says. But we need that concurrence with Cassie. I'm just saying, y'all. Let's continue.
Insinuate what these people were doing, but obviously these kids were like in a room and there was like activity going on around them.
Exactly, because when I walked in there, when I said it's people doing stuff over here and people doing things over here, that was sex. It was just all out in the open, but that's regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always see people making out and having sex and riding and probably lifting up skirts and doing, but it's
no, Tanae, no, Tanae, no, absolutely not, no. That's the weird parties that people go to, right? I mean, people do, they have them little weird parties, right? But did you really want to be there? Because I don't know if you wanted to be there, or were you kind of perpetrating a fraud? You were just trying to see, how far you could get in there. Like, were you a little bit thirsty in what you were trying to do? I mean, I don't know. But I'm saying, if I would have seen any little inkling of craziness, I would have been asking them questions, and then they probably would have put me out. They would have called the police on me, probably. They probably would have called the FBI. Come and get her out of here. Look, they would have probably called the FBI on me. She asking too many questions. Is she the FBI or CIA? Or do we need to just call the police? Or is she the police? I mean, they would have been confused, because I'm telling you, I would have been asking all of the questions under the sun, like they was going through a whole interrogation, y'all. I'm telling you, they would have got interrogated at their own party. Diddy, you over here. Let me ask you a couple of questions, sir. Let me ask you, why are these kids over here? Why they got this makeup on? Why they got these dresses on? What's going on? Should they be in school, or should they be at home if it's a Saturday morning? Y'all, they would have put me out of there, right? They would have took me to jail on all them questions. I'm telling you.
That side, and then they were getting hidden over here. You hear what I'm saying? They wasn't where they were having sex. That would have still was like around.
How old did they look, in your opinion?
Elementary.
Wow.
Maybe like 9, 10, or whatever.
Y'all, she said maybe 9 or 10. Oh my God. Hey, Drake Stash Mustache. Hey, welcome in. Y'all, this is 9 or 10 years old. Y'all, could y'all imagine going to a party and there's some 9 or 10 years old? Who's partying with a 9 and 10-year-old? Not me. I'm not partying with them stanky little children. Absolutely not. They better be outside riding some skateboards, some bikes, and scooters. I mean, playing with the drones, playing some Super Nintendo or some Sega Genesis or the PlayStation or whatever. They need to be out there being kids, not partying with the grown folks. Y'all, did they even give them little kids? Did they give them rugs? Were they letting them drink? I'm telling you, they were probably treating them like they were grown adults. Y'all, that is a disgusting fetish. That is nasty. OMG.
I mean, that's why I was trying to see, like, how tall are these?
Yeah, I mean,
I just wanted the faces is what got me. And I
Wow.
was like, just how young in the face. So now I want to see, like, what's going on here?
Sounds like you walked into like the mouth of hell. Serious.
Oh my God.
Pick your poison. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy, and that's why I was so.
Oh, I would have picked my poison. See, the poison would have been the $10,000, the upfront $10,000. That would have been my poison because when I seen that, I would have left. I would have bought me a plane ticket and I would have got out of there. I would have left everything, all the suitcases, all the clothes that I came with. I mean, all the Temu cute outfits, the little short summer sets. I would have left all of that. I'd be like, I'm ordering another $50 worth of Temu outfits. I would have left everything. I would have not want anything. But I bet you one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. I would have never left California without a penny to my name. My bank account would have been sitting to the thousands. I would have not left and ain't had no money. Talking about they taking me shopping. No, you give me some money. You not about to have me broke and then you paying for, me to eat and you're paying for me to get all this stuff and buying these Louis Vuittons and all this other crap. No. I need the money in my account. Because when things happen like this and you can't even catch an Uber, y'all, that's terrible, right? That is terrible. But see, Tanae, she didn't work her juju, y'all. She didn't work her juju because I would have been like, look at Prince. Looky here. Look, I would have got the Arabic translator and everything. Look, let me tell you something. Let me put in the translator. Hey, I need $10,000 because $10,000 or I'm not moving. I'm not going nowhere. No, no, absolutely not. $10,000. I need a cash app. I need a cash app of $10,000 or I'm not moving nowhere. I would have told him I'm not going nowhere if I ain't got 10,000. There's no way I'm getting on a plane going with a man saying that he's going to do this and do that for me. No, you better front me some money. Absolutely. I'm not moving at all. Ain't nothing moving, ain't nothing rocking.
Annoyed because I was like, now I felt like now they got me fucked up because who do they think I am? You know what I'm saying? What do they think I am?
I mean, I guess this is my actual last question. So they're inviting you to Cuba and these girls to Cuba. Do you think that, like you mentioned, you've heard stories. Do you think that there have been like women that were trafficked there that never came back? Is that something you've like heard?
So look, I did my research too. I swear, when I got back, I started to just go down the whole rabbit hole. When I went down the rabbit hole, it was like something on like Amazon Prime. It was just a story of a girl that was a beautician and she did someone's hair. Oh, I met these princes and they're taking me to Dubai and da. And when I tell you, she said she didn't come back. So then she ended up meeting somebody else that talked about the same situation. And she was like, don't go because somebody went and never came back.
Wow.
So I guess the girl said, okay, well, I'm going to tell my friend and I'm not going with her. Her friend got murdered out there. But her friend was like, they're going to pay us, $50,000 to get shitty on. And all we have to do is we're going to go to different places to do this and to do that, like sex work. And I'm like, and then when I hear about trafficking.
Oh my God. OMG. When people hang around with that type of crowd, that is already like something that is like, the activities that they partake in, right? I would not ever go overseas and be dabbling with that craziness. I mean, I wouldn't be dabbling with it at all. Like I said, y'all, I will go get me 50, 11 jobs. I'll be working at Walmart, Amazon, Target, KFC. I mean, McDonald's. Y'all would never, ever see me. I would probably never even sleep. I mean, y'all, I'm telling you, I would not ever partake in a situation like that, especially going overseas and you don't know your way around. People speaking a whole different language. Your cell phone is not working and they got control. They may take your passport when you go over there. There's no way, absolutely no way I would do that, y'all.
Again, I heard that the trafficking was just with the young kids. This is why I said I got trafficking from it. Because I have been heard about trafficking. When you have kids, you hear that they kidnap young kids in a van and they traffic them. So that's what made me say it gave sex trafficking, because that's what I had seen. And I'm thinking like they probably gonna take me too, though, but they got the kid, they got this, they got, so it's just like they got all of us. And I got scared. I tear up every single time because I'll be like, I just know. God give you the warning before the destruction. And if I would have not listened to the warning, I would have been doomed. I know I would have. Trust me, I know I would have.
You're really lucky, honestly, for so many different reasons, but incredibly strong to be able to share your story. Is there anything else you want to say before we end the video?
Yes, thank you. I just want to thank you for inviting me on your platform, just telling my story, and just even for the people who believe me. Like, I'm not here to get any clout or to down someone, but I do think that someone who is in the wrong, they need to, get their card pulled, and they need to stop what they're doing, because enough is enough. And, people are innocent in a lot of situations, and I don't think that they have that much power to do what they're doing. They think they do, but then they really don't. I'm just happy to just have made it out and listen to my intuition. And to just anyone who wants to be something and gets an opportunity like this, always go with your intuition and always do what you feel is right. Don't do what somebody else wants you to do.
Well, I'm just going to say this before, I guess, because this is like the end of the interview. Now, if you want a job, just go, apply for a job and do something. You don't have to put yourself out there and be a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, right? You don't have to be at somebody's beck and call. You should not ever be at nobody's beck and call when it comes to you and trying to, be successful, right? When there's one door that was shut, there may be 20 doors that were shut, but one door will open for you. It doesn't constitute you being a ho, 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 Merry Christmas, being trafficked, letting these men take you to a whole nother state and you ain't got not one red cent in the bank. Oh, absolutely not. Her bank account should have been fat enough to where if something happened, which it did, she would have been able to go get a plane ticket like that, easy like that, right? But she didn't have no money to even get an Uber. I mean, y'all, that's not cool, calm, and kosher at all. But you have to think about it. This was a whole setup. There's no way I'm going nowhere. I'm telling you, I wouldn't step on that plane. Look, is that $10,000? Is it transfer yet? I didn't hear the beep. I didn't hear the transfer yet. I didn't hear the ching. I didn't hear that yet. So that means I'm not moving. $10,000 or I'm not going nowhere, right? I'm telling you, you have to protect yourself. People have to stick up for themselves. You got to protect yourself, and you cannot let nobody get over on you. I mean, once you do, and they see that you're like a easy get over, people will try to get over on you. They will push it to the limit, right? Oh, you just rubbing the hair. Oh, now they rubbing over here. Next thing you know, they clapping your cheeks. And then you didn't stop nothing, so they gonna keep it going, right? I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real, you guys. Let's continue.
And don't take a drink when you're out, because not taking a drink or not taking a smoke can be saving your life. It can be your way out of the situation, so that you won't be like in a bag like everybody else. Yeah. So if you guys want to reach me, my Instagram, I love Tania _. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be here. I have a testimony. This is one of my testimonies. And my music is, I speak about my life through my music. So I may not say everything in detail, but it's just my pain and my strength. And you can find my music, which is my name, Tamia. So it's on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, wherever, iTunes. But yeah, thank you.
I'll put a link to all of that in the description so everyone can just easily go check out everything you're doing.
All right, y'all, and there you have it. That is a full documentary of Tania. It was live. We just watched it all. And you guys, somebody was asking where it was at. Let me go back because I don't know. I never heard of this platform, but I know that it popped up. Let me see what platform it's on. It's on let me see. Let me see. Cause shout out to him. Shout out to him. Let me see what's the name of his platform. Okay, it's called the Paranormal Files. The Paranormal Files is where you guys can find that at. It just finished. Of course, we watched the whole thing, but in a nutshell, I mean, I hope everything, I wish the best for her. Maybe she went there, had to see this, had to see that or whatever. And she was, able to say in, stuff that she's seen, whether it's true or not, we can't confirm or deny it. All we can do is listen to what she said. But I mean, there's a lot of like red, flags for me, personally for me, but everybody is different. Some stuff would definitely be all kind of stop signs. Stop, hold up, swole up. No, my elevator goes all the way to the top. Get your hands off of me. Don't come for me because I didn't send for you. And there's going to be a $10,000 startup fee for me to even move and step even in the airport. So there's certain things that I think that she should have did. But, when you are in these situations, people will try to get over on you. But at the same time, people have to learn to stick up for themselves. They have to say no is no. This is not what it's going. It's not what it's about to be. I'm not about to be. No, absolutely not. Right? You have to stick up for yourself. You have to, have thick skin, and you got to let these people, these men know that this is not what type of party, what type of time I'm on. But that's if you're not on that type of time or, with them type of shenanigans. But needless to say, y'all, that's the interview today. Y'all can go and check it out on the Paranormal Files. So it's probably going to be going very ultra viral because she went viral a few years ago when she did the other interviews. So I hope that Cassie can confirm what she said. I don't know, but we will see. We're going to keep up and with Tanae and see what is going to happen, y'all. We're getting closer to the Diddy trial, so we don't know. We're gonna see, y'all. But y'all, thanks for stopping in. Y'all, Psalms 91, the canopy of protection over everybody in the building, everybody who's watching my live, even on the replay. Y'all, we are been, having some trying times. A lot of people have been having trying times in 2025, right? 2025 has started off with a bang and it's crazy. But y'all, we know if you guys, pray and y'all have a religion or whatever, y'all worship whoever y'all worship, but we over here, we pray to God. But Psalms 91, canopy of protection over everybody, no matter what you're going through. Y'all stay strong. Don't give up. Don't get off of y'all's mission. Don't let nobody stop y'all's blessing. I'm telling y'all. But thanks for stopping in. Thank you guys, my mods, Jazzy, Goddess, Tammy, Peaches, thank you guys all, Tigra, everybody that was in the building, y'all, tonight. If I missed somebody, everybody, thank you, everybody. My baby Jamil, thank you guys. But y'all, lead with love, peace, and tranquility. And y'all, we will catch y'all on the next live. Love you guys. Bye-bye.